Yo, Hawkeye, Hauler Nation, stand up and welcome back to the channel. Holy smokes, it's been a while since I've been in front of the camera. Past several events, past a whole lot of events, I've been behind the camera. I've been enjoying it more behind the camera. I feel like I can give you guys more monster truck action without having my beautiful face in the video. But today is the announcement video for our first ever seasons and events starting October 2nd. October 2nd is our very first day of qualifying. Now each week, starting on that Sunday, we will have qualifying. Tuesday will then be the heat races, and then Thursday will be the big finales. So bear with me, I got all the information right here that you guys are gonna want. And we'll get to the track layouts. Well, we'll get to the events. Those are the tracks. Here pretty soon, we will get to our trucks at the end of the video where there will be a Decide Your Ride. Now, my YouTube members and my Patreon members, technically Jason Arvin, you guys are Patreon members and YouTube members, so you guys get one truck. But before we get this video started, if you guys are new here, do yourself a favor, subscribe and ring that bell. Become part of the Hawkeye Hauler Nation Day. It's your home for monster truck, diecast racing, and so much more. We have fun playing with the big boys here. And of course, we are starting our seasons and events next Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. When I first announced this way back when, and now here we are. But huge thank you to my YouTube crew members. Guys, thank you so much for the continued support here on the channel. You guys truly are amazing. Thank you so very much for the continued support every single month. Now, you guys, some of you don't comment on videos, some of you just watch, but I think it's, what is it, 50-50, maybe 60-40 on if you guys comment or not. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you guys in trucks, and you guys will see your names when we get to our first ever seasons and events. Same with Patreon members, even though technically they only get one truck since they're rocking both Patreon and the YouTube memberships. Speaking of the Patreon members, thank you guys so much for the continued support. Arvin, my dude, thank you for going up a tier. Like I said, I'll get those postcards sent out the first week of October. So you may have it come the first finale for our first week in the seasons and events. If you guys would like to help support the channel in any way, you guys can find my YouTube memberships. They are linked down below, $2.99 a month, and they do get you premier access to a truck. So, if you become a YouTube member, you're automatically put in one of these trucks that will be racing in our seasons and events. That's my way of saying thank you to you, and you guys could possibly become a champion at the end of the seasons and events. Same with Patreon. I got 3 tiers of Patreon, one being an ultimate tier, that's $28. That gets you a tub of race and screen use Hot Wheels I send to you every single month, as well as a postcard, stickers, and you get merch discounts as well. You guys can find those support me links down below. Now, what you guys really clicked on the video for, here we go. Like I said, October 2nd, 10 a.m. Central Time, we are kicking off our very first seasons and events. So, we're gonna start on the Rainbow Road. We'll get to the schedule here next. I just want to let you know we are starting on the Rainbow Road. That is road course racing, left and right. These monster trucks have to tackle. It's going to be crazy. We are kicking it off with a boom, and we are ending with a boom. But I want to run down how our points are going to work out. Got my phone here, so if you guys see me looking down, I'm just reading my notes. That way I don't fumble over words and get you guys confused. So, each week will consist of, like I said, each week will consist of 3 videos. One, we will kick it off with qualifying. The qualifying will set up our heat races. No trucks will be eliminated during qualifying. It will just set up our heat races for Tuesday. Now, when we get to our Tuesday videos, that will be our heat races. That's when we will go from 16 trucks down to 8 trucks. 8 trucks will be packing their bags and going home from those heat races. Now, when we get to our finales on Thursday, we will have 8 trucks, but only 1 truck will be able to, get a win under their belt. How the points will shape up, let me go ahead and scroll down here. So the qualifying, 1 and done races, that's it. So in qualifying, no trucks will be eliminated, no points will be handed out, and it's random draw. I line the truck, I grab them, line them up, race them. It's random draw. So, no trucks will be eliminated, but that does set the lineup for the heat races. And the heat races is when we start getting into our points. So, heat races. The trucks who win, of course, move on to the main event on Thursday. The losing truck packs their bags, goes home, and they have to sit it out until the next week and try again. Now, all 16 trucks will be participating in all 8 weeks. So, you're going to see these trucks quite a bit. So now, everything is one and done racing until we get to our main event. So for our heat races, single elimination. If you lose, you're going home. So in the heat races, we go in with 16 trucks, but 8 are going home. Those 8 trucks that advance to the main events on Thursday, they each get 1 point added to their scorecard. So the trucks that, go home early, you don't get any points, but those 8 trucks that advance to the main event automatically get 1 point. Now, let's head to the main events. So a main event will consist of 8 trucks, which will be best 2 out of 3 races. And of course, we go until we only have 1 truck left. Now, how the point system for the heats, for the main events will be. So how the points will be for the main event, the first truck to go home will get 1 point. Second truck eliminated, 2 points. So on and so forth. So if you win the main event on Thursday, you get 8 points already added to your scorecard, and plus the 1 point you had from qualifying. Heat races. Wow. No points in qualifying. 1 point per heat race if you advance to the main. And of course you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points for the main events. If you win a main event, you automatically leave that first set of races with 9 points. Holy smokes. So basically, it's just like any kind of other points here, any kind of other points in racing. The truck with the most points at the end of our 8 weeks, is declared the winner. Now, what you guys want to hear next is the track lineup. Now we're going to get into our track lineup. The track lineup is chef's kiss. You're going to love this track setup, the track lineup. And we got tons of different trucks. We'll get to the trucks later on in this video. So it's going to be amazing to see which kind of trucks can handle which track the best. So without further ado, let's head into our tracks. Alright, we are going to start our seasons and events road course racing with the Rainbow Road. That is how we are starting it off. So October 2nd, we will have our qualifying race for the Rainbow Road. That following Tuesday, we will have the heat races set from qualifying. And then that Thursday, we will have the big main event for the Rainbow Road. Now we know this track, it poses a threat to many of these heavy trucks. They tend to tip over in the turns. They tend to stall out. As you guys can see in the video, we got both Hot Wheels Racing #1s showcasing these tracks for us. You'll see them in all the tracks. It's gonna be interesting. Now, the kicker for this Rainbow Road, we do not have a finish line. The finish line is whichever truck can go the furthest. So let's say one truck stalls out in turn 1, like we've seen before. If another truck stalls out in turn 2, that truck is the winner. So this Rainbow Road is going to be completely different than any Rainbow Road race we have done before. It's going to be quite interesting. I'm excited to see who can go the distance on the Rainbow Road. So that is week number 1. Heading into event number 2, we head to the clear track. Now, the clear track, we see the slicked cars do really well. So what the slick track is, we are going to send the trucks straight down the middle. They are going to drag race to the finish. Now, they have no bumpers stopping these tires. They could easily bump into one another, wreck one another. This is where we are going to see the dirty trucks really show their true colors. I'm curious to see who is going to be able to handle the clear track. Sometimes these big old tires, they touch one another, they flip over. Sometimes they mount the curb and go completely off track. But you have to cross the finish line to get the victory. You can't trigger the gate and fall behind it. You have to cross the finish line in order to get your victory on the clear track. I'm really excited for the clear track. We have a lot of fun with it. That is event number 2. So if you do terrible on the Rainbow Road, maybe you will do well on the clear track. That is event number 2. Event number 3 is a huge fan favorite right now. This track, you guys really seem to really like this track. I think it's the slow-mo mostly, but we are heading for week 3 to the Wreckin' Raceway. I absolutely love the Wreckin' Raceway. Now, the Wreckin' Raceway is our short track of the event. It's not very long, probably only about 3 feet long, and the trucks get brutal with one another. You gotta avoid crush cars. You got to avoid the crocodiles or alligators, and you have to pop that trophy up at the end. If you don't do any of that and you crash and burn, well, my friend, you are going home, and that is something you do not want. Now, I'm going to emphasis this right now. After the Wreck and Raceway, you will see a whole new Hawkeye Hauler track setup because I will have moved by then, and man, oh man, am I excited. So, like I said, if you guys want to help support the channel, you can find those links down below. So there is the Wreck and Raceway. I'm excited. I absolutely love this track. So do you guys. Now, week number 4, I don't really know what the track setup's yet because that will be the All Hallows Eve Halloween event. We're still going to be our seasons and events, but it's going to be Halloween themed. Like I said, don't really know what the setup's going to be, but kind of something like last year, if you guys remember last year. If not, I'll leave it linked at the end of this video. Had a lot of fun with that video. I mean, we won't have the dice involved or anything, but we're still going to have a Halloween themed event. So that will be week number 4. And of course, that will be for the week of, like October 30th. Now, going into week number 5, this is where things get tight. The squeeze track is back, and it is tighter than ever. We are sending these trucks almost 3/4 of the way down the track, and then boom, the track narrows down to not even a full truck length. These trucks are going to get real tight. They're going to bully one another. They're going to push each other off the track. It's going to be intense. This is where we really see the dirty drivers come out. The squeeze track is going to be crazy. It has been in the past. So what the trucks do, they'll come down the super stretch, go about 3/4 of the way, boom, clear track, boom, the sidewalls are closing in. You better be in front of your opponent or else they're gonna bully you out of the way. Holy smokes, there is the squeeze track for week 5. Now this is only an 8-week event because in December we are starting our 2nd annual Merry Monster Xmas 25 days of monster truck diecast racing, but we're not there yet. We're gonna get through our first seasons and events first. Now, heading to our 6th event, it is just straight up King of the Hill racing. That is side-by-side drag racing. Nothing special, nothing fancy. It's just sending these trucks 2 at a time down the super stretch. The heavier you are, the faster you are, but that doesn't mean anything. We saw Recreational blow his lead by getting squirrely and losing it to Fire Alarm, who became a 2-time Monster Truck King of the Hill just a couple videos ago. Go check it out if you haven't already. So, just because you pick a heavy truck doesn't mean that heavy truck is going to win. So keep that in mind. So there it is, the 6th event being King of the Hill. Now we got two weeks left. 2 weeks left. Points are probably getting real tight right about now. Week number 7. Sorry there, I had a bubble in my throat. Week number 7, we head to the loop track. Again, another fan favorite here for the Hawkeye Hauler Nation. You guys love when monster trucks go upside down. And the loop trap, kind of is a trap. Because when you come out of the loop, this is the point I was getting to. When you come out of the loop, you could crash. These monster trucks get, they're so heavy, they kind of just come off the loop and then they land back down, sometimes on their opponent, crashing their opponent out. Again, the loop track is not about crossing the finish line first because sometimes these trucks don't make it. So it's about whoever goes the furthest. If you cross the finish line, great, you're the winner. So there is the loop track. The loop track is going to be amazing. I absolutely love it. One of my favorite tracks. It is going to be, it's going to be crazy, especially since we are 1 week away from that finale when we get to the loop track. And so who's going to be able to conquer the loop track? Definitely one of these low profile trucks, I would definitely say. Again, we'll get to the trucks next. And of course, the final event for our first ever season. You guys have shown these past 2 videos so much love, and I wanted it to be the finale. I knew it was perfect for our first ever finale because the competition heats up on this track. The finishes are so close and they're unpredictable. We are finishing off our first ever seasons and events with the mountain. Oh my gosh, this is where these monster trucks have to climb up a 3-foot hill after coming down the super stretch, crest that hill, keep their momentum up, and then drag race down to the finish without getting squirrely. Like I said, when I did the mountain too, it's like riding a roller coaster. When you get to the top of the hill, those tires are so loose, they gotta keep it planted and get that momentum back down the hill and beat their opponent. That is our finale, and that is our lineup for our first ever seasons and events. So let's recap one more time. Rainbow Road, Clear Track, Wreckin' Raceway, the All Hallows Eve event. I'm excited for that one. That was probably my favorite I'm excited for. You got the Squeeze Track, King of the Hill, the Loop Track, and the Mountain. That is our seasons. That is our events for season 1. Now, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Now, what you guys are really here for. I said this was a Decide Your Ride. Now remember, you guys can choose trucks, but I will give my patrons and YouTube memberships priority first. Like I said, some of them comment, great. If they don't, I will pick a truck for them. That's just me saying thank you to them. So again, little incentive on becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube member. You guys get first dibs on trucks. So we're gonna head over to the table. We're gonna walk through our 16 trucks, and yeah, like I said, pick a truck, drop a comment. You guys know how Decide Your Ride works. Let me know what trucks you want to represent. Now, I will be using your YouTube name. Do not put your real name in the comments. Don't do that. That's not safe. Don't put your real name in the comments. I will just, if your real name is your YouTube name, then I don't know what to tell you. But don't put your real name in the comments. I'm just gonna use your YouTube name. And no teams, no where you're representing from. Just which truck are you picking? So let's go ahead, head to the table, and walk through our trucks. Alright, you heard the man. Let's get into some trucks. So up first for this first seasons and events, you are going to have the Color Shifters Podium Crasher. Holy smokes, this is a light and agile truck. I'm excited to see how well it's going to do. Look for this truck to tear up the track, baby. And of course, a seasons and events would not be complete without the Town Hauler himself. You know, the staple of Hawkeye Hauler diecast. This beautiful yellow truck is getting ready to tear up all of these tracks. Look for this truck to be a top contender for our seasons and events. The man, the myth, the legend, 5 Alarm is ready to compete in our seasons and events. This one has flame tires, one of 3 different trucks that has completely different treads. I'm excited to see how well 5 Alarm is going to do. Holy smokes, somebody call 5 Alarm because he's on fire. And of course, we're gonna get a little dirty for these seasons and events. The Muddied Podium Crasher is ready to play. Look at that purple paint scheme. Holy smokes, that's a beautiful truck. Which one of these Podium Crashers has what it takes? Man, oh man, look for this one to be tough. It's about to be spooky season, so let's throw in Piranha, the glow-in-the-dark version. Now, we know Piranha is very fast on the tracks here at the Hawkeye Hauler Diecast Studios. How well would this Piranha do? Well, we're about to find out. Up next, we got our first of 3. Yes, count them 3. Tiger Sharks. Well, technically, this is Shark Week, but we got a couple of Tiger Sharks coming up later on in this video. There is Shark Week. This truck is going to be dynamite, I tell you. These shark bodies are very quick on the tracks, especially the clear tracks. Look for Shark Week to be dominant. Continuing on with our lineup, we have a brand new truck ready to take pace, and that is Bear Devil. A nice, heavy truck, metal on metal. Well, technically plastic chassis, but you guys know what I'm saying. This truck is very heavy. This would be considered a heavyweight. So, how well will Bear Devil do? I think they're going to do pretty dang well. Look for this truck to be in the fight all season long. I told you there'd be more. Here we go. Tiger Shark, our second shark-bodied truck of this first seasons and events. Now, this one has very, very interesting wheels. Let's see if we can pick them up just a little bit. The competitors don't like being picked up sometimes. They like to stay in the game. But look at those wheels. They're quite bumpy, but that doesn't mean anything. We are running a lot of different tracks this year for our first seasons and events. Heck, maybe these tires will be dominant on some of those tracks and this truck leaves a winner. So there is Tiger Shark. All right, and of course, an event would not be complete without Bone Shaker. As you can see, this Bone Shaker is running kind of like skull, maybe even snowy wheels. I can't really tell what the design is on the wheels, but they're not your normal monster truck wheels, and this Bone Shaker is heavy. It just looks heavy, so look for Bone Shaker to be very, very tough. And here we go for our third and final shark. There is Tiger Shark Orange. Even though this Tiger Shark looks like he's been in a fight, he's quite beat up, you know, bruised, got a little bit of blood on him. But this Tiger Shark is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm excited to see which one of these three sharks is going to be the dominant one of the three. So maybe this is the one that fits your fancy. There is Tiger Shark Orange. It's been a long time coming, and I finally have him in my collection, and he's ready to race. There is Skeletor, another big, heavy truck that will be competing in our first ever seasons and events. I'm really curious to see how well Skeletor is going to do. He's kind of an awkward shaped truck, kind of like the Triceratops was, but you never know. Maybe he will do well. And again, of course, a Hawkeye Hauler presentation would not be complete without this truck. Here we go. It is Mega Rex. This is a beautiful Mega Rex. This is from the comic book Crushers. Nice, beautiful purple, green chassis, orange engine. This Mega Rex is going to be tough. If I were to pick a winner right now for our first ever seasons and events, I would say it is this Mega Rex because, you know, Mega Rex never fails. There is Mega Rex. Up next, we got kind of an underdog here at the hauler. There is the Land Rover Defender 90. Again, another muddied truck. How well will this truck do in our seasons and events? Well, it's going to be quite interesting. The Land Rover Defender is very awkward. It has that square body, but going downhill, it is a rocket ship because it has that huge weight behind it. So I would say Land Rover Defender will definitely crack the top 10 at some point, if not contend for the championship at the end of the season. Up next, we got another different tired vehicle. That is Roger Dodger, who is running slicks. Yes, this is our one and only slicked monster truck in our first seasons and events that will be tackling 8 tracks. Holy smokes, how well will the slick tires do? We got a lot of different tracks this year, but we got a lot of tracks that the slick tires really work well on. So this Roger Dodger is going to be tough to beat on some of those tracks, but he also may struggle on some others. Definitely take a gamble with him. I'm excited to see how well he's going to do. There is Roger Dodger. And of course, a lot of people have been asking about this one, and it is finally here. It is Carbonator Double XL. Oh my gosh. Now this, I've never seen this truck before until now. I've never raced this truck, so I don't know how well this truck's going to do. I've heard a lot of good things from this truck, so I would definitely say this is one of the top contenders to be the overall champion at the end of our seasons and events. It's going to be interesting. There is Carbonator Double XL. And of course, the one you have all been waiting for. Yes, they are back. The old man is ready to rumble. This is going to be a fan favorite. A lot of people are going to be after this truck. Here we go. It is Hot Wheels Racing number 3. They are back and they are ready to take the first ever Hawkeye Hauler Seasons and Champions, well, Seasons and Events Championship. Oh my gosh, I am so excited that Hot Wheels Racing number 3 is brand new and back in packaging. How well will this truck do? A lot of people are going to want to drive this truck, so good luck. Good luck. And there is all of our competitors for our seasons and events. There we go. All the competitors are ready to rumble. They are waiting for race day. All right. Yeah, let's wrap it up. And there it is, Hawkeye Hauler Nation. Go choose your trucks in those comments down below. All brand new trucks. Lots of new ones for this year as well. I was just going to pick some off the shelves, but I'm like, you know what? We've already seen those trucks compete. You guys kind of know what those trucks can do already. Let's throw in, you know, a bad batch. Not really bad, you know. I was trying to do a Star Wars reference, but it didn't come out the way I wanted to. But let's throw in a brand new batch of 16 beautiful monster trucks and see which one that just has what it takes to have the most gumption, the most drive, the most power at the end of our first ever seasons and events. Guys, choose those trucks. Happy choosing. Oh man, I know that Hot Wheels Racing number 3 is going to be everyone's, it's going to be the cream of the crop. Everyone is going to be after that since it was our very first monster truck king of the hill ever here on the channel. Again, that is the truck that started it all right here. That's the truck that started the obsession, because we love our big, beautiful trucks here. New merch will be dropping for the seasons and events. The Teespring shop is down below. Go rep your official Hawkeye Hauler merch. And let me know in the comments down below, which truck are you choosing? Happy choosing, like I said. Drop those comments. And also, when you choose a truck, let me know. Let me know one thing. Are you ready for the seasons and events? Actually, let me know two things. Are you ready for the seasons and events? And who's it gonna be? Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're as excited as I am for our first ever seasons and events. I actually gotta go get filming. I gotta get started right now because, like I said, I am moving very, very soon. And I'm not even close to packed up. Guys, thank you so much. Drop a comment, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. Help support the channel with YouTube memberships, Patreon, and of course, repping your official Hawkeye Hauler merch. Everything is linked down below. Go follow your boy over on Instagram. I think I'm close to in on like 500 followers over there. So it's a slow journey, but it's all right. And lastly, go join the official Hawkeye Hauler Discord. You can find all those links down below. Again, seriously guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm ready to start this new chapter with you with this seasons and events. And come January, we will start season 2. So I hope you're ready. I know I am. I'll see you back here at the Hauler for another monstrous video when we kick off our seasons and events. Peace, love, and Hot Wheels. Bye-bye.